Good morning and welcome back to Ships at Sea. Welcome back to the coastline of Norway. It is a beautiful day when you wake up a millionaire, baby. We have 1.1 million NOK in the bank account. Made a ton of money from fishing in the last episode. Lil Bodie absolutely went off. Gotta love him. Thank you so much for that. We will definitely do more of that in the future. But for now, I think we should invest some of these profits. I think we should try to find some less intense ways to make our money. So we're going to be testing out fish farming today. Very excited to see how this works. So Little Bodie, actually, before we put you away, want to make sure we treat you right. Give me this thing. Let's fire up the pressure washer. We're going to hose her off. My goodness, she is gorgeous and she prints gold, dude. I cannot believe we made $1 million for a few hours of work in the last episode. That was ridiculous. So we can go ahead and shut this guy off. But yeah, we are going to be moving Lil Bodie into storage for right now, and we are going to be switching back to Buoyancy. So welcome back, our first boat. She's a little bit slower, not quite as intense in terms of being able to make money, but she's still got our back, and we're going to see what we could do with her today. So let's take a look at some of the upgrades we could potentially do. I know for sure we're going to want a small smolt tank. So this stores up to 20,000 juvenile fish used for transporting juvenile fish from port to deploy into fish farms. So this is $15,000. We're going to buy this, and it looks like, oh, interesting. It's just kind of like a little water tank in the back here. Okay, so we're going to buy some fish to be able to put into that, but I'm kind of thinking maybe a couple other upgrades. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing an engine upgrade. It's just, it's really expensive. If we're going to be using this thing more, I'd be tempted to. The thing is there is another transport ship. This guy right here for 950K. It's a tier 2. It's faster. It's got more cargo spots. Like, it's a lot better than this. This only has extra small and small, whereas this has extra small, small, and medium. I don't want to dump too much money into this. We'll try to keep it fairly bare bones for right now. I do feel like one upgrade we did on Little Bodie that was really worth it was the steering. So for $10,000, we can get the steel wheel with the knob. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Make sure that's installed, and that should help us out quite a little bit with maneuverability. So we've got a tank in there. We're going to get this thing back into the water, and then we're going to want to go to the store, I believe, is where we're going to be able to buy smolt. So we're going to buy salmon smolt. These are just basically baby salmon fish. We've got a 20,000 smolt, whatever you want to call it, for 200K. We can fill that up all the way. So if we head down here, I just want to make sure. Looks like we've got 20,000 out of 20,000 fish. We also could repair this thing a little bit. All right, let's make sure we do that before we head out. I don't really want to know what happens if you get to 0. I don't know if the boats will sink or not. We'll have to check that out at some point. But all right, so she's all set up there. We're also going to need some fish food, and I wonder if this is going to become an issue. So we have extra small and small cargo spots. It looks like medium fish food. I'm just going to buy a bunch of smalls, I guess. Oh, they're here. Oh, this is a problem. Okay. I don't think we can carry fish food and a smolt thing at the same time. I just reloaded and took the smolt tank out, and now it's letting me pick up the fish food to put it down. Add the smolt tank. Okay, it's in there now. If we go back, I'm assuming the fish food's going to be gone. I don't know how to handle this because you can't put fish food down. I guess, are we just going to have to take the smolt there first and then we'll have to come back and get fish food? It's just going to take a couple trips. To be honest, I'm not sure. We can't put fish food down when the fish are in here though. So we've got a full tank of fish. We're just going to send it. We're going to go for it. We're going to hope for the best. Let's fire this thing up. Release those lines, and off we go. Buoyancy is back in action. She's got her upgraded prop, and now she's got upgraded steering. Already looking a lot better. And we are going to get out and get after it today, trying to build kind of a little side income here, kind of a supplemental income. We're not going to have to really focus on it too much. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I do know things can break. We should probably, when we go back to buy food, we should buy like some engine parts and whatever else, and just make sure we have those in our inventory. We've got some inventory here, not a whole lot though, so we'll see how this works. Now we are going to be going, I believe, where? Down here. These are the fish farms. They're 500,000 NOK a piece, so we should be able to buy one pretty easily. I'm going to set some markers. We're going to head out this way. It's saying we're going to hit land. We're not hitting land. We'll be fine. So we're just going to go out. We're going to go to the left. We're going to go past Lingvær. We've done some deliveries there. Cut through here. Or really, we could probably just kind of go out straight and come around, find the lighthouse, cut in. Should be a good day, baby. Beautiful day to get out on the water. We're back in our OG girl, and hopefully gonna be able to put our money to work for us. Really hope we're not making a mistake here. We had $1 million in our pocket, and we just spent a couple $100,000 of it right here, so it should be worth it. If we have 20,000 salmon in this tank, and we can go put them in a little corral and take care of them, see them grow up and sell them, I mean, that could be big money. And the fact that we could have, I mean, just 4 of them right here alone, plus there's 4 more up here, there's 4 down here, I think there's 1 more set. No, we can have 12 in total. And those can be working, like the salmon will be growing while we go out and we fish. So we're making money while we're making money. It's all about finding that side hustle, baby. So we'll see how we can do. I'm gonna say let's cut left here. We probably should have gone right, but we'll be okay. If we go into our help, we can see fishing or general fish farming. Buy and operate fish farms. It's quite expensive at first, but the rewards are great if you breed your fish successfully, so we want to make sure we do it successfully. After you purchase it, you're going to need to rig your boat with a smoke tank, then visit the shop, buy smolts and fish food, transport them to your farms. Once the fish are in the farm cage, you need to replenish the feeder's supply of food by accessing it. Feeding machine may break down from time to time, so you'll need to spare parts from the shop to repair it. As they grow, it's important that they are fed properly and the netting on the fish farms is in good condition. Otherwise, birds can steal them and they can die. You can sell the fish from farms to the market when they weigh 6 kilograms or more. So we're kind of, I mean, I'm nervous. I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. It's a lot of money to sink 500 grand into it just like that, plus the price of all the fish and the food and everything else. So I hope this goes well, but scared money don't make money. This is brutal, dude. Full speed at under 10 knots. We've been cruising at like 14. Can't believe what a difference that makes. If we get the $90,000 upgrade to this engine, we could make her cruise at 14. So that might be something we want to consider, especially if we're going to have to make multiple trips back and forth from Rust out to our fishing things. I think we could probably cut through here, to be honest. That's going to shave quite a bit of time off, but we'll go around this time just to see a little bit more of the islands. Play it safe. Chart these waters a little bit. Just me and my babies, taking them to grow big and strong. Some flying salmon. Dude, if this is 20,000 fish, I mean, we had like 1,000 fish that we sold for $1 million. I'm assuming the farmed fish aren't going to sell for as much, but that is absolutely incredible. All right, so here's our lighthouse that's marked by this guy right here. We're going to want to take a left coming up here, so I don't know. We get $2 million. We could buy 4 of these, fill them up with 80,000 fish, see where life takes us. We could be sitting pretty here sooner than we think, but I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. Could definitely use an engine upgrade, though. I think that's going to be the next thing, or upgrade to the next biggest ship, but that's $1 million. So like it's kind of tough. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Eventually, I'd love to be able to buy every ship, but I think if we're transporting a bunch of fish, I mean, this one, all you can hold is the small tank. If we got the next bigger one, we could get a bigger small tank, carry more. I'm sure we could carry both fish and fish food at the same time, so that'd be pretty useful, I think. Is that what we're looking for out there? It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, those look like they might be the big circle net farm things. We'll see. I hope I could buy them there. I hope you don't have to like buy them from the shop or something. Oh, you could just buy it from right here. Okay, we'll wait till we get there. I want to see which one tickles my fancy. Coming up on them here. Looks like those are indeed fish farms. We've got 4 in a row. I'm assuming just grab the first one. Will probably be the easiest. I just don't know. Do we have like a dock or anything we could pull? There's got to be a way you can pull up to it. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and slow things down. Don't want to scare the new babies. Welcome home. I hope you grow big and strong and enjoy all the food that you don't have yet. Hopefully you don't die by the time it takes me to go home and get the food. We're going to pull up, dock this thing. All right, here we go. Welcome to potentially our fish farm. So we have a ladder here. This is the motor. It looks like that could go wrong. We can climb up and see the net. I'm assuming there could be ways that we could... You can't feed the fish from up here. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm assuming there's ways we could repair it. We've got a control panel. Purchase the fish farm. $500,000. Sure. All right. It's ours. We could open up the console. Okay. Let's add fish. So we've got 20,000 fish in there. Net, feeder are good. We don't have an engine, they have a daily consumption of 300 fish food. I don't know how much 300 is. Can we fire this thing up? How do we turn on engine? I'm assuming we just want that thing to run at all times. Let me check the control panel. Okay. Everything is good. Obviously, we're gonna need hopefully some food. All right, let's get out of here. Drop those lines, gas it, baby. We gotta go get our boys some food. They are hungry gentlemen. So we're gonna get this thing turned around. I think we have. Let's try going straight here. If we go straight, we should be okay. Hoping we're gonna be able to get back in time. It should only take us a couple hours. Hopefully we're not gonna be too hungry, but we got 20,000 fish in there. I'm assuming they're no longer in our boat, right? 0 fish in the boat. All right, feeling pretty good. Don't hit the islands. Let's get back home. Let's get some food, and we're gonna run it back out here. I really don't know if we should upgrade the speed on this thing or not. I don't know what 300 means. It makes me a little bit nervous. Like 300 fish food, you buy it in like 50 kilogram bags. So are we talking about like you need 6 bags of that every single day? Because there's no way we could keep up with the demand there. I'm not exactly sure what we need to do. Just gonna kind of hope for the best, I guess. So I think if we go through here and then cut a right, I'm not sure. These look like there's land in between. Sometimes it says there's land when there's not. Like we've got this back behind us on our left. There was no land there. Might be due to the tides, might just be old maps. I don't know what, but yeah, we're gonna aim for that guy right there. So through this little thing and then off to the left. Definitely a bit sketchy going through such a tight spot where you could have rocks just under the surface, especially in such a big boat. I'm sure we've got a big draft on this thing. I forget what it is, but you know, this isn't a skimmer here. We're gonna be pushing some water around underneath us, so hopefully we don't run into anything. Hopefully we can just squeeze right through here, no problem. Tight fit indeed. But it looks like we're gonna be you can see the bottom. You never like that when you can see the rocks along the bottom there, but we're okay. All right, so through here, bust a right, back at Ross, get some food. We're good to go. Like a seasoned vet, moving around these waters, baby. Your boy's grown up here, and my whole life been out here going through these canals. I know them like the back of my hand. See, it's the first left right there. This house we used to deliver to. When we leave home, we'll go past this. Kind of the second left, I guess. This is like a little cove right here, and then you cut in there. Be easy to miss, but I'm trying to learn it a bit. Dude, that is pretty cool out there. I'm excited to like go out and explore down here and stuff and see what we've got going on, but I think we're gonna need to get that $8 million boat that can go 30 knots before we think about that. All right, listen, we are gonna try a maneuver here. I'm not promising it's gonna go well. We are coming in a little hot, but that's all right. Oh, hello. Already messed up the back end there a little bit. We're gonna be fine. Definitely not the ideal scenario for us to hit it right off the bat like that, though. We're gonna be okay. We'll say that's good for me. Okay, we're gonna get off this thing. Let's take the smolt tank off, and then we're gonna want to buy a whole bunch of food. So we're gonna go in here, maintenance. Let's go ahead and fix up what we just did. We are going to de-rig the smolt tank. It's going to bring up some inventory space for us, and then we're going to buy some food. Now, I don't know how much food to buy, so I'm going to go ahead and save just in case. We'll see what happens here. We could buy fish food. We can buy it in medium sacks, large sacks, small sacks, or extra small sacks. I'm going to say let's small. I think we have small and extra small cargo on this thing, so I'm going to buy, I mean, this is 50 kilograms. I'm just going to buy 6 bags, and we're going to see how far that gets us. Run this down to the boat here. I believe we're going to be able to set it right like this. Now, again, I don't know. It says you need 300 food per day. Is that like a different thing? Is that 300 kilograms? If it's 300 kilograms a day, this is going to get really, really expensive and also really tedious, so we might want to think about upgrading it. We probably should have upgraded it before we put fish food in it. I was kind of thinking of upgrading it, and then I forgot, so we're just going to have to live with it now because I don't want our inventory to disappear. I feel like this has to be way overkill. There's no, I mean, it is 20,000 fish, so maybe it's not. I just feel like to get 6 bags of food over and over and over again, like what happens if you have multiple fisheries? I guess you got to get a bigger boat and start buying the large bags of food, but this just seems really, really excessive, so I'm going to hope we did this right. We'll see what happens. Let's get back in. Let's fire this girl up, loose the ropes. And back to the fish house we go. Does it give you any information on your... I feel like it should tell you... Ooh, okay. Available fish, available food, net health, feeder health. All right, we didn't buy any of the extras that I said I was going to buy. That's okay, though. We can, if we can keep an eye on it from here, that's good. I don't know why it says that many fish. I'm a little bit worried that they're dying because they're hungry. I hope that doesn't go down. It's kind of to the right side of the inn. We'll see what happens. I hope we didn't mess this up somehow. Maybe that's because they're growing. Hopefully it goes to the E, not continuing to the N there. But it looks like we can keep an eye on our health for the net and the feeder too. So that's just going to be something we got to keep it restocked, keep it under control, keep the maintenance on it, and she should pay us back as time goes on. I love going no HUD, dude. This is so sick. I love this boat. She's really slow, but I kind of love it. She's just jolly. She's got like the giant halo on the top, like an F1 halo. She's got the big nose on the front. Like she just seems happy. I like her. It's more than capable of carrying anything and everything you want. She does have 6 rod holders back there. I've never really noticed that. And she's got 8 up top. So we might be able to do some fishing with this thing. That also could just be cosmetic. But yeah, she's the little engine that could. Beyonce, I'll never forget you, girl. There's the landmark of our house over there, so we're going to be going in through this first cut right here. Because we're a seasoned veteran in these waters, we know exactly where the shortcuts are, and obviously that's going to make a big difference for us here to cut through this and be able to get straight to the feeder rather than going around. Your boy's a pirate, baby. We know how to navigate the shallows. Our enemies won't. So the available fish hasn't moved. You know what we should have... Well, I guess we couldn't. I was going to say we should have refilled up the smolt tank again, but we had to get the food. So I think you could probably hold 100,000 fish in one tank. So really, if this ends up paying off, I think our next step would be to buy the bigger cargo boat, because then we can do more in fewer trips. We can haul more fish. We can haul more food. We can kind of turn this into a thing and start milking it. So we'll see what this first round does, but I'm kind of excited. I have a feeling 20K is going to be a significant amount. I don't know. Are we going to be able to fit all of those in this boat? Are we going to have to get our fishing boat, or how is that going to work? I'm not sure. I also don't think we're going to be able to pilot the next style of boat until we get a class 2. So we need to go a nice, 50 or so nautical miles before we can get that. We're going to have to do some more day trips and fishing and stuff like that. All right, so ours is the far right one. I guess really we should have got one of these if we're coming from this way, but that's going to be fine. We'll just swing around this rock here, and we're going to be down on the far end, baby. Yeah, we could have 4 of these. We could potentially maybe have like 400,000 fish all at once, have 1.2 million fish total if we got all 12. Let's pull in here. So it looks like you can dock on any side of these things. Slow this thing down. Just eke her in there. Don't want to scare the fish off. It's all right. How you doing? Daddy's home, guys. Hopefully everyone's growing big and strong, and we made it. Okay, let's go ahead and shut the engine down, save a little bit of fuel, and we're going to see if we can put the food in here. I saw food earlier up the ladder. Add fish food. Ooh. Okay, that works for me. So then that should, if we check our control panel, that's going to say we have 50 food. Okay, so it's daily consumption of 300 means we've got to get 300 food over here. Every day, we're going to have to put 6 bags of food in. This is the most food we can carry at any one point in time with our current boat. Every single day, this is what it's going to take. We probably could have started a little bit smaller, but go big or go home. Last bag here, 6th and final, just like that. Beautiful work. All right, that's 300 kilograms of food in this thing. Dude, this thing is massive. So we got 300 of the daily consumption. I wonder if we can add more than that. We might want to go back and try to keep adding more. We can't add any more. There are no fish currently available to sell. We've got 1 kilogram of 20,000 or 20... I'm not really sure. If we go into our help here and go into our fish farming, it says you could sell the fish from the fish farms to the market when they weigh 6 kilograms or more. Ah, okay. I think that's what we're looking at there. So if we check this, we've got 20,000 at 1 kilogram. We've got to get them up to 6 kilograms before we can sell them. And it looks like they can get up to 7 or 8 if you let them bake a little bit longer, which probably make even more money. Okay, I'm going to go... I want to add more fish, but I feel like that's a mistake. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I'm going to go back. I'm going to buy some more food. I'm thinking what we do is we have a whole boatload of food here, and we can use the wait thing so that we can just sit here and wait for them to grow, and we'll skip multiple days ahead. I'm just curious what we're gonna make from this. I hope it's a good amount. I hope it's worth our while. If not, we're getting back on Little Boaty and getting back out to sea. Okay, so bit of a trek. We're finally back. Definitely look forward to getting a boat that's a bit quicker. If this ends up being worth our time, we can just kind of inch our way in here, dock up to this bad boy, shut her off, and we have a fair amount of food back here. I got 8 bags. That's the max you can carry in this thing, so not terrible, not great. Let me see what we've got going on. Have they gone through? They still have all the food here. All right, so I'm going to save, I guess. You always want to save a lot in this game. We obviously don't want any of these bags to disappear. I'm worried they might. Let's try sleeping. So it's currently 9:16 a.m. We're going to, I guess, rest for 24 hours. We're going to rest up to the next day. Let's see what we got going on, see how things change. So we're now at a daily consumption of 309 because we've got 20,600 total weight. Are we adding fish because they're multiplying and breeding, or what's happening here? If we check this, it looks like it's about the same, but we're just going to offload all this food and get it back in there. Here's number 7. Looks like you can do more than the required amount. I mean, that makes sense. You should be able to just stockpile this thing up. So eventually we should be able to get a big boat and like buy the extra large containers and not have to do this with all the little ones. We don't have enough money for that currently, but now we've got 400 food for 300 consumption. Nobody's growing though. I wonder how long is this going to take for them to grow? I mean, we could just wait another 24 hours. Are we going to have anybody grow? At what point do these guys, they're still all 1 kilogram. How, well, I guess technically a full day hasn't passed. So let's wait another 24 hours here, like another 3.5, whatever hours. They've consumed a lot more. We're getting more weight. We've had a 5% increase in size, but we don't have any that are 2 kilograms or more. This is going to take a really long time, isn't it? Hey guys, Trevor from the future here. So I just want to do one more test, all right? I'm about another episode and a half ahead of where we just left off. We've got a lot of money, 3.6 million. I've been grinding with Lil Bodie here. Flippy, it always resets the names, but yeah, so things have been going well, but I want to try something, all right? I want to try bringing over some big time food and making sure they are extra fed and then advancing a ton of days. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to buy Dr. Phil. This is a cargo boat for 950,000 knock, 14.5 knots. You can take medium cargo. That's the big thing. This is going to open up a whole new world for us. So let's go ahead and purchase this bad boy. For upgrades, we're going to put the medium smolt tank on there. We're going to get 100,000 fish in our school. And then other upgrades, I mean, I'm assuming we probably want the better throttle. Let's install that. Let's put, 450 horsepower engine up from 300. That's probably pretty good. I'm down to go for it. We got some money. Let's invest in our future here, baby. $97,000 prop. We can improve that. And then we can also grab a new steering wheel here. So we're going to get everything we possibly can, fully kitted, fully outfitted, looking great. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the store. We're going to buy fish food. We got to buy smolt first. So let's spend $1 million in smolt to fully fill up our tank here. 100,000 salmon in there. This better freaking work. Then we're also going to buy some large fish food sacks. These are 8,500 a piece. These are medium cargo. And what happens is they're put here. So instead of the little bags that we were using, we've got the big bags here, 500 kilograms each. That's 10 times the size of the bags that we were using before. So obviously we're going to have plenty of food, excess of food. We're going to be able to hopefully keep these things fed. I don't know if that was the issue or not, but we're just going to test this out. You know, I love this game. I love messing around with it. So I want to see what kind of trouble we can get into. So welcome to the stable Dr. Phil. My goodness, she looks great, dude. I love this. All right, so we can open up the cabin here. Let's go ahead and fire this girl up. Undock here. Get rid of the lines. Oh, she's quick. She's quick with the upgrades. We're going to have to be a little bit careful about that. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a big boat that moves very quickly. All right. I like our visibility here, dude. This is amazing. Just front and center. Windows all around. We got a couple of doors here. Open those things up, get a nice breeze, and here we go. Oh, we're coming in really hot. Okay, we gotta be really careful about the speed of this thing. We really kind of full sent it there. All right, here we go. Back this up, back this up, back this up, back this up. Slow it down. And we can dock. Now, one thing I did learn that I'm very excited about is that you can, if I get off the boat, you can pull the boat closer to you. If you look at the ropes on the cleats on the dock, you can pull the boat in. I don't think you have to do both sides. You do. You can pull the boat in and bring it really close. Okay, so now we need crane operator status. We're going to go into our skill tree. Deckhand, I believe, small crane operator. We're going to acquire this skill, and now we're going to be able to use these cranes. I'm assuming this... Which crane do we think? Which one's... I guess this one's technically closer to that open space. Let's see how this works. All right. So we want to extend the arm, lower this thing. Are we even going to be able to reach that? I don't even think we can reach it. I know this one's going to be able to reach. So let's lower this. Extend the arm. Oh, got it. There it is. All right, beautiful. So we're going to put this guy... I don't know how we're going to get this off of our boat into the fishing thing, but that's a problem for a later date. So I'm going to throw this in next to our flying salmon. Now that I think of... Oh, that worked. I was going to say we might not be able to carry this and the salmon at the same time, but it appears we can. Okay, so let's bring this up. Dude, this is so sick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Watch your head. Watch your head. All the deckhands out there. Got him. Got a 500 kilogram bag of food that we are just flying around like a wrecking ball. Okay, we're probably going to want to set this down somewhere like that. Is that good? How did we do it before? How did we get rid of it before? I thought we pressed X. Oh, there it is. All right, so we got a couple sacks of food there. Master crane operator. Watch your head, Trev. My goodness. Don't want to get a concussion out here. Good thing we're wearing our safety equipment. But now we're going to try this again. So I'm going to be honest. Hold on. This is going to be a tough D-dock. Oh, God. We're going to rub a little bit, I think. Maybe not. We're good to go. Dude, this thing flies. I love this. I love the double doors all opened up. Getting a nice breeze out there. All right, let's get this thing turned. And we are going to head out to the fish farm. But yeah, I reloaded an earlier save before we spent like $700,000 on something that didn't work. So we're going to have to rebuy the farm here, but it's going to be okay. I'm hoping this is going to work. I just really want everything about this game to work, and it's early access. So we're going to run into issues. Just be aware of that, but I'm going to do my best to make every episode as entertaining as possible. And honestly, you can't get much better than this. We've got a second boat that we're able to check out here, dude. This thing is amazing. Don't mind me and my 100,000 salmon and 1,000 kilograms of food heading out here, baby. I could feed a whole country for a couple of days, or we can make some money. Let's focus on doing that. So we're gonna head to our little cut over here. I actually really like this boat. This is such a fun little boat, dude. We could offer ferry services. We could pick up people's cars and take them across to different islands and things like that. If you had like a little fold down nose, you could totally fit a car on here. This is just such a funky look. Boats are so weird. I don't know. There's like no rhyme or reason to a lot of boats. Like this is such a weird looking vessel, but it serves a nice purpose for sure. So this might be my favorite one we've driven so far too, dude. This thing is so wide open. Windows all around, literally 360 degrees, full visibility. And I would imagine the draft on this thing is going to be pretty low. We've got some rudders down there, but I would imagine we're going to be able to cut through some pretty tight and shallow spaces with this guy. I do foresee a bit of an issue. I don't know how we're going to lift 500 kilogram bags of food. I don't think there are cranes on the fish things, so we'll see, but that's a problem for later on, not right now. Where's our horn at? We got to test that guy. Oh, I love it. Hold on. I wish you could like... You can't like pimp or anything like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, they're gonna be off this way. I say we buy this one right here in front of us. It's a different one than what we had before, so hopefully it'll work a little bit better. We're gonna have the third one in. She's right in the middle. She's got prime real estate. As soon as we come around that cut, it's just gonna be a straight shot right at her. So we're gonna see how this works out for us. Again, I'm a little nervous about the food situation. Hopefully there's a way, but I felt like the food was weird in the last one, and we were making so many trips and stuff. I wondered if somehow we were messing up in that regard. Obviously, I am not an expert here. I don't 100% know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm hoping that we can figure things out as it goes. Wow. Waves are a little bit rough today, so we're going to pull this guy in from both sides. Pull her in, pull her in, pull her in. We don't have a crane here. We do have our control panel, so we can add the 100,000 fish. How do we add the food? Can I interact with the food? Oh, you can pick it up in 50-pound bags at a time. But at least we can have it all here all at once. Okay. So I'm going to fill this up. We're going to have ample amount of food. It's not even going to be close. There's not going to be any question that these fish are starving, that there's anything weird going on. And hopefully that's going to solve our issues and we could keep making some money. The efficiency here is amazing, dude. So before, we would have to buy 8 50-kilogram bags, carry them each down from the store, load them each into the boat, load them all off the boat. Now we just have 10 of them all in one. Really, technically 20, because we got 2 bags of it. And obviously when we get rid of the smolt tank, we're going to be able to buy even more. But they're all in one thing here. Like you just run back and forth. This is infinitely better. This is the way that you're supposed to do it. I just hope the fish actually grow and this works out for us. I also love how we went from 20,000 fish and we're like, oh yeah, that didn't work. We invested a bunch of money. Let's restart and go back to square one. And then we're like, okay, let's get 100,000 fish. Let's, you know, definitely nothing's going to go wrong there. I feel like we probably should try buying the extra fuses and stuff too. I don't know. This is tough living, to be honest. I feel like I like the fishing a little bit better. I'm really curious to see how this works out. There's just a lot of prep work in this. I can't imagine having more than a couple of these. You know, if you had to keep a ton of these constantly refilled, although we'll see how this looks after we're done loading these 2 bags. Okay, so everything's in, nothing left on the boat. Let me see what we're working with here. We've got 1,000 food and there's a 1,500 food daily consumption, so we're gonna go get more. All right, let's head back. We really gave ourselves a job here today, huh? We're gonna head back. I'm gonna take the smolt tank off and we're gonna buy a bunch of the 50-gram bags of food, and we're just gonna try to bring as much over as possible. Actually, hold up, JK, hold on. I don't think we turned it on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, don't hate me, please. Let me get this thing turned around. I don't think we turned the feeder on. Trying to learn this. So it says available food. See, that's the problem. There's more food than that in there for sure. Hopefully that goes up after we turn this thing on, but it does say the feeder health is pretty much 0, so I think that could be part of our problem. Bring this guy in here. Beautiful. I'm really nice with driving this thing. I like this thing a lot. All right. Turn on engine. It doesn't make any noise. Let me check here. Now it says feeder health is up there, but it doesn't say, it says available food is not good. Still at 100,000 fish. All right, let's go get them an absolute ridiculous excess of food. These are hungry boys. It's 3,000 bucks to skip back. I'm actually gonna take that. Let's just call in the radio, give me a tow back. We're back. That's a bit of a life hack. If we're making money on these fish, then we're gonna be fine. Let me shut the engine off. We don't wanna waste, what's it called? But yeah, we're gonna go in, we're gonna take the smolt tank off. We're gonna get us more storage space. Okay, de-rig the smolt tank. Then we're gonna go to our store. We're gonna buy some more fish food. We're gonna buy as many as we can. I think it's 4. So we've got 4 of those loaded up right there. Then we're gonna pull her around. We're gonna get her loaded up. We're gonna take it all back. Not gonna lie, she kind of looks a little naked with no smolt tank on there, but that's okay. Let's get out. Let's pull her in towards the dock so we can get all these bags on here. I feel like it doesn't reach as far as I would like it to. I guess that's just bad docking skills. All right, we're gonna have to pull up a little bit more. Shoot, not that far. Honestly, it wouldn't be bad. Hold on, we upgraded the engine so much, this thing is sometimes a little hard to control. Yeah, it's weird. The cranes don't really fully reach a lot of the time. I don't know if I love that. This is better. There we go. All right, we got 3 bags on there. We might be able to get more, to be honest. Might be able to buy some more. Oftentimes, the boats are a little weird. If you're too close to the cabin, they won't let you set it down. So I'm going to try that way a little bit. Maybe right there? Please, please, please. Yes, let's go. Okay, 4 bags. That might be the max that we can do. I'm assuming it's going to be hard to get more than that, so. All right, let's ride out, take this back. It's me and my fish food here heading out into the storm. Waves are picking up a little bit. Viz is definitely dropping, but can't stop us from taking care of these diva salmon, dude. I've never met a fish more particular. than these guys. See, it still says there's no food available. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, we're going to fill this up all the way so that it you know, we have more than what, technically we have less than what they need, but we have 70% of their needed food right now. I guess food is fuel. But we've got 70% of it, and it's saying that we've got like 5%. So I think it might be a glitch. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this today. We might need an update. I really can't see a thing out here, dude. This is a little terrifying. I know our what's it called are on the horizon. The fish thing is right here, but I also know there was a rocky like shoal out there too. Is it that one on the left? I thought there was one on the right as well. I legitimately cannot see, but it looks like we might be okay. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, this is the one that was supposed to be on the right. We went too far to the right. Okay, we're gonna be fine. We'll pull around, pull up to our third one, feed these bad boys, and we're gonna advance some time and see if that works. Unfortunately, almost ran into that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna work. Every indication says it's probably not. Dude, this is rough out here today. Do not miss we're gonna miss our stop. Got pushed off of it, so we're gonna go past, and then we're gonna try to back it up. Little bump and grind never hurt anybody. All right, so just gonna grab some food. Gonna keep throwing it on there. Make sure they have enough food. I'm gonna wait. I mean, we only need like 5 more bags before they're gonna have full health, and then I want to see what the map says. Or technically, I think it was probably 10 bags. I think it was one full big bag, because we put 2 full big bags in, and that got them 2/3 of the way there. So we need 1 full big bag. So 10 bags in total, 500 kilograms. Dude, this is back-breaking work. So we're at 1,500 out of 1,500 food. Everything is good. We've got 100,000 smolt, good conditions, feeder's okay, engine's okay. You don't need any repairs. It looks like it still says that the available food is low. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put every single ounce of food in here. We're gonna have a couple days worth, I guess, you know, day and a half, whatever. It's not gonna be an excessive amount, but then we're gonna advance some days, and I'm gonna see if anything changes. I don't think the food is getting to the fish, unfortunately, and there's nothing we can do. I mean, the thing's on. You can turn it off, turn it back on again, but it's just not. Something's not connecting here. Oh my goodness! $1 million boat, $100,000 in food later, $1 million in fish later, a 500,000 school later. The engine is on. Everything is good. It's still saying, look at the available food. It went up a little bit, a tiny little bit. So maybe we could put 50 bajillion gallons of food in here. We've got 2 days worth of food. I mean, I'm going to save just in case. We're going to rest. Let's rest 23.6 hours, and let's see if anything has changed. The food went down to 0. Have any of the fish... Oh! We've got 100,000 fish at 4. It's working. All right, shit. I got to go get more food. Fudge! We're going to need... what? 6,000 things of food. Oh, my God. Okay. We probably... I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to save again. We probably want to work through the night then to keep these things freaking fed. Okay, so I'm going to put it here, and then we're going to try reloading 10. So we're back here. We've got 100,000 level 1s with the available food there. Okay, we're just going to have to make a bunch of runs back and forth, getting as much food as we possibly can. Okay, this is good news. I was nervous, but it appears like it might be working this time around. Well, guys, I've got some bad news. All right, we've been working back-breaking work. I'm not gonna lie. Depending on how much we were potentially gonna make here, I don't know if it's worth it, because you keep running back and forth, making all these runs. Look at this. We've got 5,000 food in there, and it says they're back to level 1s. And they're not moving. I think this is a little glitch. We're running into the same issue. I thought we had it when it worked. I'm gonna skip ahead 2 days. So we had 5,000 food. They were eating 1,500 food a day. We still have 5,000 food. They're still eating 1,500 food a day. There's not like they're not progressing anymore. Now hold up, before we leave, I want to try one more thing, and I have a feeling this might be the problem, because I've run into other weird issues. This game is weird about saving and loading and things, and so I'm wondering if, because we saved or loaded between when we bought the fish and when we put them in versus when we like fed them and grew them and stuff like that, because that's the only thing that changed. That might be the problem. Also, I realized that if you turn the boat around, you could put more food on the other side. So we have a small smolt tank. We only have 5,000 fish. I'm tempted to go up to 10,000. We had let's do 10,000. We'll do another 5,000 here. So we're gonna have 10,000 total salmon. I think 100K obviously bit off a bit more than we could chew. So we're gonna hop on the boat here and let's ride out with this. We have a bunch of bags of food. What do we have? 5 bags of food. We're gonna be fine. Little bump didn't hurt anybody. But 5 bags of food, 10,000, or we have 6 bags of food actually. There's one hidden in there. So we're gonna have more than enough food to see these guys grow instantly. We can just instant fast travel, instant move forward time. The game can just get weird about saving and loading and things disappear. I remembered in our delivery missions, when I would load a save file, the stuff in your boat would disappear. So I wonder if that's what happens here. I wonder if our fish are disappearing and that's why they're not growing. Basically, I refuse to give up. I want this to work, and I have a pretty good feeling this is the case. I will say, though, it is absolutely back-breaking work to do these salmon. Like 10,000 is much more manageable. 100,000 just wasn't going to be possible. I think you would genuinely need like a multiplayer session, or the deckhands that we're eventually going to be able to hire in this game. I think you're going to need people helping you out, having people running food out there, because it's all you would ever do is just run bags of food out there. I spent more time than I cared to tell you guys trying to make that work, and it failed because I think it glitched. At the end of the day, we can't be too upset. Got to see a new boat here today. Got to venture out a little bit. Ooh! Got to run a boat aground. It's not terrible, but it's not great. That's all right. That's what we get for trying to be all cinematic here. But yeah, dude, this thing is an absolute beast. Look at this. Just a salmon farmer. Bags of food and smolt and everything else. Just hoping to make a quick buck out here. It's fighting us. It's trying to make sure we don't get it there, but we're not going to give up that easy. Looks like our fisheries are up here, so I'm thinking we should probably buy the same one since it worked for us before. Was it this one or was it this one? It's the one to the left. It's this one. All right, so let's purchase this. 500,000 knock. Looks good to me. So we're going to do this all in one fell swoop. No funny business. No saving, no backing up, no anything. We're just gonna pull in and we're gonna see if we can raise some fish here. Reduce speed to dock her up. All right, we're good to go. So let's get out. I'm gonna say let's put some food in there first. Did we do that? Did we dock? We docked, yeah. Can I not get off? I'm gonna get some food in there first, and we're gonna get the thing turned on. So we're gonna have food in there ready to go right away. That's not the order we did it in before, which makes me a little bit nervous. This game can be weird about the order you do things in, but I'm thinking we're probably setting ourselves up for success. All right, so let's turn on the engine, and we are going to add the 10,000 fish. They eat 150 food a day. We've got 150 food already in there, but joke's on them. We are gonna have an absolutely ridiculous amount of food in there as well, and then we're just gonna fast forward days and we're gonna see if that ends up working out for them. But yeah, this is what you guys missed. Oop, I didn't turn that off, did I? No. This is what you guys missed. This is what I was doing all for like the last hour or so. You just turn, go up the ladder, drop it in, look at this thing go down, grab more food, go up the ladder, drop it in, grab more food. Our bags are a little bit further away than they were before. I used to be able to just do it all in one. I wouldn't have to move it all with the WASD keys. But yeah, this is what salmon farming looks like. It's really highly invigorating gameplay. 100% getting carpal tunnel just from this episode alone. All right, last bag here, baby. Here we go. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Who's hungry? Just throw it out there, please. Please give me a dub here. We need a dub. All right, so we've got 10,000 salmon, 1 kilogram. They eat 150 food a day. We have almost 3,000 in there. We're gonna go in here. We are gonna skip ahead a day, 23.8 hours. Rest up, bless up. Come on, tell me we've got level 4. Now they're gonna be eating 604 a day. Net, feeder, engine are all on. Check in here. Looks like we've got available fish, food, net health, feeder health. Everything is looking good. All right, so if we advance one more day, and we're probably gonna need to do 2 of these, so let's do like 22 hours and then another 6 hours. We should have fully grown fish here. Please tell me. Level 8. We could, oh! 6.8 million knock. Let's go, baby. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. We're going to check out the next biggest fishing boat. It's $1.5 million. Oh my goodness. We got it. Don't save your game. Don't load your game. It messes up. Peace out.